All righty. Good morning or good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to get ready here for PHILO. We had the tariff day. It started off terribly. We had a lot of plays from yesterday that hit. And then we got this little bounce. There's even some Larry Fink comments, and we started doing good. But I think just normal day for the most part until we get one of those end-of-the-day moves. So we'll find out where it takes us. I'm sure we're going to get a little bit more. You got the State of the Union later today. So we'll see what happens. But, yeah. And then while I'm looking the Twitch chat, I don't know what to tell you guys. I mean, I never told you guys to buy anything. Yes or no? So if you are a member on Twitch and not on the YouTube, I don't know what to tell you. So if I put the watch list on there, unfortunately, you're going to have to figure it out. Again, the Twitch was created as a backup, and a lot of you have been banned on YouTube. So for me to have sympathy towards that, I'd be lying if I said I did. And maybe you're one of the good ones, but at the end of the day, everything has been built around YouTube. And if you want it there, you get it. I already assumed most people ignored the watch list. You know what I'm saying? So most of the people are just the people who lock in with me on a day-to-day already. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not really... Again, I repeat all of the watch list almost every morning, so my mind is most people aren't even watching it. So, yeah, unfortunately, that's just where we stand on it. You could give me them Bezo bucks, but other than that, be a part of the YouTube if you really want the watch list or keep doing what you're doing. But I never marketed or advertised anything. Literally, even when you click on any of my memberships, they don't even explain to you that you get anything. So, unfortunately, I mean, that's just where I stand with all of it. So, I'm sorry if it's inconvenient. I'm not trying to do it. But like I was saying earlier, man, it's really hard to handle thousands of people, especially when everybody has a special request or something. But we just got to keep pushing and get it. And I really think that those who pay the most attention will get the most reward. Just that's it, no matter what. It doesn't even matter whether you pay money or not, because I've just seen it. The ones who lock in, that's usually where the benefit comes from. All right, well, let me send out this alert. Give you a couple minutes, and I got an awesome PHILO today. I got a good one. All right, Germany, we have informed Greens and FDP of our proposal. All right.
People tonight means what?
BRB and get ready.
Yeah, I mean, rationally, you would think he looks at these numbers and sees all that red and says, gosh, I didn't mean about those tariffs. Let's go back and pull back on that. Because the stunning thing about this is the gains that were made, as you guys were just talking about, have all been lost. And this is a self-inflicted wound. This was not a natural disaster. It is not some kind of calamity that has befallen like so many presidents have dealt with. He has done this to himself and to the economy so far. You know, there is an old statement, civilizations decline when you forget what's obvious. And what's obvious that we know is tariffs are really, really bad for a good economy. Nobody outside of the administration, and probably a lot of people in the administration, disagrees with that. And so why he is doing this, and if he keeps it up, given these numbers, I just can't imagine that he will. But so far, he is all
Unity.
Well, Rick, we often hear
already up 3.5. It looked bigger on the high-low ticker.
Bloomberg, that the stock market is not the economy, that fundamentally they are very different things. And yet it does seem what the stock market is reflecting, at least right now, is concern about the economy. So I do wonder what your take is on how Donald Trump is going to speak about this evening, not just thinking of like where asset prices actually are, but what it is signaling about what his policies may do to what everyday Americans are experiencing when they go to the grocery store or just take a look at their bills.
You can't
Yeah,
look
I
at
think
it.
he's
You've
gonna
already
double down
distorted
on
the
this
bonds
notion
through
that he can
fucking a
reverse
fake
the current
Fed.
course.
It's terrible, bro. I don't know. I mean, tariffs are bad if the economy was really weak, and that's the thing. So maybe that's what everybody lied about. Maybe that's why they're freaking out. So it's one or the other. But if the economy's strong, it doesn't really make sense. Like I was saying, I don't know if you just heard that after the tinfoil, but I'm telling you, they're trying to frame this to get Donald to react to the market. That's why they're saying it's a self-inflicted wound. Nobody says that. Again, it's a really weird dynamic, but let's see if Trump takes the bait. We'll find out. We will find out. Oh, excuse me. Okay, I'm getting the book ready. That's why. And then we'll see. Market already came. Man, maybe we should about that. But after that little pump, and like I told you, move up the strikes, the other one would have came back, but go look at what I just showed you guys. So these are the 565s, right? What did I tell you about the 560? Look what was going to happen. It barely went up. So even though you hit high, even if you like bought it like right around here, you would have made way less money than going for like the 565. This one almost doubled. Do you guys see the difference? That's what I was trying to show you. I see the difference. Oh shit. That's what I was trying. Yeah. So that's why, let's see, but that's exactly what I wanted you to see. Yeah, Joshception. I forgot about that. So very interesting. All righty. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, boys and gals, it's PHILO time. It's PHILO time, baby. So, I hope you're having a good day and a good morning. But here's the deal. PHILO is members only. You have all paid to be here. So that means you technically signed up to listen to this moment. Although I'm not trying to religiously indoctrinate you, it's very simple. If you don't like what is being talked about or said, Comcast on the low. Hold on, CMCSA. Comcast, AT&T, and Verizon. Hey, yo, something's going on. Check news on that. There is zero good plays. Comcast down, Verizon, and AT&T. They're all flushing. Again, Comcast is the one that dropped the most. Shitty plays, though. They widen the spreads. Check Comcast. Oh, come on. Boo. Yeah, it's hard. I'm skipping. Fuck. I wish. If there was good options, I would have taken it. I just can't find. I couldn't find one quick enough. So it's still moving, but Comcast, big candle. And then Google CEO says entire capacity constrained at this moment. Yeah, it's still dropping. I don't know when we're going to get the headline, but there's something going on. Did you guys see anything here? Oh, yeah, right here. Oh, no, Goldman. This is different. Goldman to target vice president in upcoming round of cuts. Right here. Here's the Commerce to overhaul Biden's Internet for All program. No, this is the headline. It's right in front of you guys. Commerce Lutnick plans new funding rules seen as benefiting Starlink. Fiber broadband may receive less from grant program. So it's not that bad. No, that's the headline right there. Exclusive. I don't know if CNBC's saying it, but that's the headline on it. So you're literally getting, they're redoing the Biden broadband thing and then bullish for Starlink. Yeah. I don't know if Tesla will go up. Nice. Well, there you go. So, okay. I'm glad I didn't get that one now. That wasn't too crazy. But that was a good example of what just happened. So if you guys don't recall, I did the clapping and I was explaining PHILO. And I was explaining to you guys that you paid to be here right now. And that's the whole point. Because if something happens, I will pay attention to it. I just got you that news ahead of everybody in the world. Tell me when you start hearing people talk about broadband and Lutnick. Now you should hear about it. But that's the whole point, is I could do multiple things at once. I will be reading a book and talking about whatever I want to talk about. If something happens in the market, I will pay attention. If you don't want to listen to PHILO, you think it's nonsense, your job is to refrain from those comments, and your job is to only post stocks. It's very simple. I will do the same. It's all for workflow here. I'm not expecting you to damn repent and give your life to the Lord. If you like it and could benefit, awesome. I'm glad. I hope so. If not, it's very simple. You focus on the stock market, the news, the plays, the info. That's all that we're doing here. And if something happens, I will stop what I'm doing and we will focus on that as well. So don't get in my way. I will not get in your way. If you could help me, I will help you. I think this is great for workflow. Everybody gets what they want. And that's how I like to do it here. So if you're with it, let's have a good time. Focus on what you think is important. And yeah, let us begin, my friends. So today it's a big one, actually. It's going to be a big one. We're going back to GK Chesterton. So I hope you're ready for a lot of reading, and it's going to be kind of intense. And I have a couple of things to start with. Why we're reading GK Chesterton, because one of his quotes, I heard it, and do you guys know who loves GK Chesterton? It's kind of funny. He's one of the people in the secular world love this guy, but he loves GK Chesterton. Do you guys know a man named Alan Watts? I've actually given you an Alan Watts philo before. A lot of you guys like doing your psychedelics and talking about Alan Watts. Yes. Believe it or not, he fucks with GK Chesterton heavy. I'm telling you, I'm not the only one, bro. You don't have to be a religious zealot to realize that GK Chesterton was a G, bro. I'm telling you, he is a G. He is somebody who, legitimately, he's ill, bro. GK Chesterton, he knows his stuff. Any academic in the world, regardless of religion, you could appreciate it if you actually appreciate that stuff. So he brought up this quote from GK Chesterton, and I was like, I had to find this quote. I was like, where did this come from? And then I started reading the book again, and then I started reading, and I still couldn't find the quote, but I was like, I'm going to read it to the chat anyways. So we're going to get into this. It may take a couple of days, but here is the quote that inspired a little bit more GK Chesterton reading. Alan Watts even said this was one of his favorite GK Chesterton quotes. Angels can fly because they can take themselves lightly. Wow. And then Goldman job cuts. I already gave you that one in advance. That's hitting the wire again. Bro, that's a bar. Academics for years have even studied that quote because of how deep it is. It's like a pun. It explains the truth. It's everything. It's crazy. Because what he talks about is how you shouldn't take things so personally. And how you need to balance the contradictions of life in a not so serious manner. If you're always so serious, you may actually miss out and fall into the trap of only mere reason and miss out on the beauties of life. It's beautiful. Angels can fly because they can take themselves lightly. It's beautiful, dude. It's a very, very beautiful, beautiful quote. So like I said, I hunted for this quote because I wanted to read it in context. I wanted to read what he said before and after. So I found the chapter, and that's what we're going to read today, Orthodoxy by GK Chesterton, chapter 7. I'm going to try to read all of it. I don't think we're going to finish it. It's really long. This guy talks a lot, like me. But remember, this is the guy who does the diss tracks. But that being said, I just kept looking into more and more Chesterton. And a couple of other quotes came up that I want to talk to you about. Actually, there's a lot. There's one line out of today. I'm going to give you this one right now. Because this one reminded me of the stock market. So GK Chesterton, he's going to say this in what I'm going to read to you today. But he says this quote, and by golly, does this remind me of the market. This is why everybody thinks that COVID is going to happen every day. This is why everybody just is so quick to react to certain fears, and then a real event they'll ignore. Are you ready? Man will sometimes act slowly upon a new idea, but will always act swiftly upon old ideas. Banger. Do y'all feel that? I don't know if you do. It's very straightforward. Like I said, although this has a philosophical, spiritual explanation, really more societal than spiritual, I think this applies to the market. This is what you got to understand. This is going to be the beauty. This is why the market's so fun if you're really involved. This is why some of y'all need to stop getting frustrated and start enjoying what you're doing. Because every day we're exposed to a lot of things. But the problem is that when we are exposed to new ideas, we act slowly on them. If I told you something brand new, that's why when COVID happened, legitimately, we were ahead of it by a month and a half. I even got demonetized. Everybody brings up TLT. I had 3 other spy plays that did $200 into $25,000. It was a new idea, but people didn't respond till months later, believe it or not. That's why now, though, it's an old idea. People are so quick to jump on it. Again, when something old happens, people are quick to jump on it. That's why you get the Trump chop. Because when it's a new idea, people move slow. Once they're familiar with it and then, oh, Trump, they act quickly. I did get demonetized for that, yes. Because at the time, the world and the media considered it as misinformation. So I got penalized, demonetized for explaining why the Chinese nCoV virus, that's what it was called in the moment. I said why it's like SARS and why you should watch airlines and certain things, and then we went over a SPY debit spread. But yes, I did. Again, at the time, it was considered misinformation, even though it was very, very accurate. But still, what's meant to be is meant to be. But for today's context, just like I'm saying, when it's a new idea, we're slow. Old ideas, we go quick. So that's another quote. I'm going to give you one more thing, man. And I don't know, man. There's a lot. This has to do with, like, his life. I just started looking into GK Chesterton's life. And, you know, people talked about him and certain things that he liked and all of this other stuff. But he brought up this concept of how he viewed life. And I think it's so beautiful. And I would love to share it with you today. It's very simple. We should be startled by the sun, not the eclipse. We should be startled by the earth, not the earthquake. Wow. So he's talking about the permanence of things, believe it or not. And why you should be appreciative. But like, dude, look around. Like, you don't think that's wild, bro? For real. If there was an eclipse, all of you would go get glasses, walk outside and stare at the sun and be like, whoa, that's so cool. Again, you would be startled. It's something you don't see too often. It would capture your attention. But what GK Chesterton's view on life is like, dude, why wouldn't you just go look up at the sun right now? Like, do you not get it? You mean to tell me there's this flying orb in the sky that literally lights up everything every day, and it has this pattern that truly is more startling if you think about it? Does that make sense? Like, you mean to tell me one time every so decade it gets covered up and you'll get startled by that? But you mean to tell me there's a big-ass ball of fire spinning in a circle every day that shows up and it gives us light? What? Yeah, you should. That's more startling. You should be more startled by that permanence of the world than the impermanent things that come and go, that capture your attention. Maybe if you did that, you would realize the blessing, and maybe you would realize the scope of where you're at right now. If you let the permanent things startle you how they should. Because that's very startling. Again, if there was an earthquake right now, you would be startled. I think the fact we live on this giant fucking rock that spins around, and all the things in the earth, the mountain, the waters, the ocean, the moon, and the tide, and all these things that on a day, again, you put something in the ground and something comes up. There's lava. These things are more startling than just the earth moving one day. Do you get it? That's what he's talking about. And can I tell you a fun fact about GK Chesterton? He wrote diss tracks. Do you know they called him the preacher of common sense? He was all about common sense, ironically enough. Who would have thought? Perfect time to be reading him. But he loved life. He was he was mean, but he enjoyed life. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you were on the other end of his diss track, he would rip you apart. But you see how this guy lived and what this guy appreciated life and enjoyed it. And he really understood a lot of things. So that's the funny part. Yeah, he suffered no fool. Amen. There's a fun fact about him. Believe it or not, GK Chesterton he was known to walk around carrying a gun. Did you know that, right? I don't know if you knew. If you knew this, it's a wild fun fact. He was known to carry a gun, but he never used it on anybody. Why did he have a gun on him? Does anybody know? Why would he carry a gun? Why would this Jesus philosopher guy, he had a gun always on him? That he was known to carry a gun on him. You're right, it was to prove a point. What point do you think it was? It wasn't startling. It wasn't to avoid conflict. Common sense says to have one. He knows evil exists. So it's good because I want you to all hear this. I love your answers, but listen to this, okay? GK Chesterton was known to carry a gun, but never used it. But he carried it because if somebody ever told him life was not worth living, he would offer to shoot them right then and there. Again, common sense. He didn't deal with nonsense. Very simple. You really think life isn't worth living? Okay, I'll shoot you right now. Simple. End your life then. Don't tell me you're going to go on living life, running around telling me in the process of living life it's not worth living. What? Doesn't make sense. Yeah, it's savage, but that's what he was known for. He was known to have a gun to offer to shoot you if you told him that life wasn't worth living. Wow. Ain't that something? So, that's the thing, though. And he talks about, I'm going to go over this one later. I'll let him explain it. But he just goes on, man. And I agree with him. This is what I've been telling you. Make no mistake, you guys. Everything is your choice. He was big on choices. He even believed that inaction was a choice. And he goes through this big debate to explain coloring. And he explains how white is a color. And a lot of people try to say white is just the absence of something. But it's not. He says white is a definite color. And it's used to outline things. You know why? Because the fact that it is a color, it's not just there to show you there's an absence of dark. No. Just like God has made choices, it's not just the absence of something. It's very distinct. Let me put it another way. Mercy isn't just about not being cruel. You see what I'm saying? White isn't the absence of dark. You could say, oh, white's not a color. Well, it is. That would be like saying, well, just because I'm not cruel, I'm merciful. No. Just because you have an absence of cruelness doesn't make you merciful. Just because you have an absence of theft doesn't make you not trustable. It's all about your choices. It's a definite choice of what you are doing. So he was a big believer in all of this. But I'll get into this at another time. Let's begin now the chapter. That was all just your intro. And again, if you do think life is not worth living, come talk to me. Or go talk to GK. All right. Oh, hold on. Where is it? I gotta find the chapter. Okay. Chapter 7 of Orthodoxy. This is the book we read from him last time. VII, the Eternal Revolution. And I read some of it. It starts off confusing, but I'm going to just keep reading through. It'll all connect, okay? So if some stuff seems old English or you're like, what the is he talking about? Just let it breathe, let it ride a little bit, and I think he'll bring it full circle. The following propositions have been urged. First, that some faith in our life is required even to improve it. Second, that some dissatisfaction with things as they are is necessary even in order to be satisfied. Third, that to have this necessary content and necessary discontent, it is not sufficient to have the obvious equilibrium of the Stoic. For mere resignation has neither the gigantic levity of pleasure nor the superb intolerance of pain. There is a vital objection to the advice merely to grin and bear it. The objection is that if you merely bear it, you do not grin. Bitcoin moving up. Greek heroes do not grin, but gargoyles do, because they are Christian. And when a Christian is pleased, he is, in the most exact sense, frightfully pleased. His pleasure is frightful. Christ prophesies the whole of Gothic architecture in that hour when nervous and respectable people, such as people now who object to barrel organs, objected to the shouting of the gutter snipes of Jerusalem. He said, if these were silent, these very stones would cry out. Under the impulse of his spirit arose, like a clamorous chorus, the facades of the medieval cathedrals, thronged with shouting faces and open mouths. The prophecy has fulfilled itself. The very stones cry out. So, I'm going to keep reading, but he's pretty much going against Stoicism right now. Right? What is Stoicism? Control what you can't control, kind of just deal with everything. But what he's saying is, what do you mean? Pleasure brings pleasure. Pain brings an intolerable pain. It moves you in some way. That's why he's saying, if you could grin and bear it, but you're never going to grin. You won't be happy enough if you're just tolerating things. And if you're just tolerating, you'll never feel pain to actually move out of it or change it. Again, SPY about to break out. Watch Bitcoin too. That's moving. If these things were conceded, though only for argument, we may take up where we left it in the thread of thought of the natural man, called by the Scotch, with regrettable familiarity, the old man. We could ask the next question so obviously in front of us. Some satisfaction is needed even to make things better. But what do we mean by making things better? Most modern talk on this matter is a mere argument in a circle. The circle which we have already made the symbol of madness and of mere rationalism. Evolution is only good if it produces good. Good is only good if it helps evolution. The elephant stands on the tortoise and the tortoise on the elephant. So are you guys getting it? Satisfaction is needed to make things better. But he's saying this whole argument about making things better doesn't make sense. Because if you tie it to evolution, if everything's only good, if it leads to better evolution, without evolution, I mean, you need good to have good then. It's really weird. So do you guys get what he's talking about? You need satisfaction, you need pain. How can we make things better? It's a weird question. Think about it. Everybody wants to make things better, right? Your whole life, you have watched the TV, politicians, revolutionaries, social activists, everybody has been trying to offer you to make things in life better, yes or no? That's what he's talking about. He's like, it's a weird question. How do you know what is better? What is better? What do you mean better? Is it, if it's tied to evolution, is it, what do you mean? How do we make things better? Okay, SPY, new high. Woo! Obviously, it will not do to take our ideal from the principle in nature, for the simple reason that, except for some human or divine theory, there is no principle in nature. For instance, the cheap anti-democrat of today will tell you solemnly that there is no equality in nature. He is right, but he does not see the logical addendum. There is no equality in nature, and there is no inequality in nature. Inequality, as much as equality, implies a standard of value. To read aristocracy into anarchy of animals is just as sentimental as to read democracy into it. Both aristocracy and democracy are human ideals. The one saying that all men are valuable, the other that some men are more valuable. But nature does not say that cats are more valuable than mice. Nature makes no remark on the subject. Whoa, what is that? That's fake. Yeah, you're just running up now. Look at the high ticker. That's it, bro. You're just gassing from that bottom. You may buy to the end of the day, but this is just making it less likely for a sell-off in the next 2 hours. But yeah, I'm still not. You're still down on the day. You still got the gap down And this is still the lowest end of the week. This was the low point of yesterday. So this will be a resistance or support, depending. Yeah, Bitcoin's still going? I saw that as we started. Yeah, $4,000 rip off the bottom. That wick was fake. But nature does not say that cats are more valuable than mice. Nature makes no remark on the subject. She does not even say that the cat is enviable or the mouse pitiable. We think the cat's superior because we have, or most of us have, a particular philosophy to the effect that life is better than death. But if the mouse were a German pessimist mouse, he might not think the cat had beaten him at all. He might think he had beaten the cat by getting him to the grave first. Or he might feel bad that he had actually inflicted the frightful punishment on the cat by keeping him alive. Just as a microbe might feel proud of spreading pestilence, the pessimistic mouse might exult to think that he was renewing the cat the torture of conscious existence. It all depends on the philosophy of the mouse. You cannot even say that there is a victory or superiority in nature unless you have some doctrine about what things are superior. You can't even say that the cat scores unless there is a system of scoring. You can't even say the cat gets the best of it unless there is some best to be got. Spy ripping. That's your new high. And then do you get what he's saying? He's saying, man, even if you want to look to nature for what's better, nature doesn't tell you shit. D, Dominion on the low. Flush, Dominion. Down 3.8. I don't know how much it was already down. There's a couple of cheap plays, but I don't know how it feels right here. I think I whiffed. 3.8. Check news. Unless, again, keep an eye out on the wire. Last time there was a news hit, it showed up right in front of you guys. But yeah, Dominion down 4 in one candle. Check news. There's only one 5-cent, 10-cent option, but there we go. It's gone. Now it's at 30. That's it. There was one snake. I thought it was 50-50, but that's gone now. So, yeah, like he's saying, if you want to look to nature, even, dude, aristocracy, democracy, these are all man-made standards. There is no equality in nature, but there is also no inequality. Let me put it this way. What is better, a lion or a mouse? You got to think about it. Which one is better, a lion or a mouse? Before you answer that question, ask yourself why. A lion or a mouse. So you could feed a village with the lion. So in that case, your standard is dependent upon who could feed the most amount of people. Nothing to do with nature. You need a human standard of feeding people. Mouse? Why? Why the mouse? You need more context. That's a good answer. But again, what is the real answer? They're either equal or they're not. There's no answer to this. It's nature. There's no better or worse in nature. There's no inequality and there's no equality. Usually, when we start saying this is better or worse, how do we get better? It's because we're applying a human standard. We think lions are better than mouse just because we think it's better to be alive than dead. But like he said, if that mouse was a pessimist, he might even think it's better to die. So therefore, it all depends. But again, there's no equality in nature. There's no inequality either. Spy ripping. So the plays from yesterday are down 50. Any call plays for end of the week, they're coming back up, but they got worked. U.S. and Ukraine plan to sign minerals deal. Sources say Trump has told advisors he wants to announce Ukraine deal during Tuesday. Okay, rumor. Call it a rumor. This is bullshit, in my opinion. But they're saying now Trump going to announce Ukraine deal today during the State of the Union. I'm finding you the contracts that haven't moved yet. Okay. Got him. I'm going to wait till this candle comes down, though. But there is a call play if you want it. So, again, that'll be the rumor, and then pretty much you'll fade that until... Okay, I grabbed SPY calls for tomorrow. I'll just show you it. Oh, wait, did I not fill? Fuck! It already went up 10%. I got scammed. I should have got them at fucking 7. They just went to 9. So dumb. Okay, I got in at 8. I'll show you the contract in a second. Yeah, Bitcoin. So here it is. I did the 598 for tomorrow. It should have been 7 cents. I got filled at 8. And again, it already went up to 9. But the whole point, these are way too far out the money. Do you guys understand? These are 19 points out. But these are the only contract that have not broken out yet on any of the calls. Every other call, you're chilling like 10, 20% above the high. So if we start moving faster than what the market's pricing in now, these will start to ramp up. If not, they're going to be dead. All your money's gone. So like I'm saying, you don't have to go that. You go $10, $10, $20 till tomorrow, and that's it. Not a recommendation, or you don't play it. Because if I'm wrong on it, you'll get a way better call deal, or you should be buying puts right now. Ta-da! That's one of those skew plays in the short term. That's exactly what that is. But in the short term, not the long end. So I think people are going to pump Ukraine deal until tonight, and then when it happens, everyone will forget like nothing happened. But again, I hope you guys are understanding. When it comes down to better, nature is not a guide of better. There's literally no equality or inequality in nature. Do you understand that? I hope you do. Unless you know what the scoring system is, how can you say somebody scored more? Ta-da! Honestly, I think some of you need to ask this for your long term. You know what I'm saying? That's why if you're telling me, oh man, the long term's getting killed, well, what's your score? Like, what's your standard? If you really care about 10 years from now, what are you talking about? You get what I'm saying? We cannot then get the ideal itself from nature. And as we follow here, the first in natural speculation, we will leave out for the present the idea of getting it from God. We must have our own vision. But the attempts at most moderns to express it are highly vague. So do you get, now he's saying if we can't get an ideal about better from nature, he's actually saying ignore God. We can't even look to God. We have to have our own vision before we start jumping to these esoteric ends of the coin. And then watch that play I showed you. Here's the deal. Look, if you go close to the money on the same time I bought that, you would already be making 10, 20%. Do you get it? The closer to the monies on the same entry time I bought will go up. So the ones we bought right now, those are cheap. So I didn't have to risk $40 to make 20%. But while those go 20%, our contracts aren't moving. Are you understanding? We traded immediate upside for low downside. Ta-da! I hope you guys are following. That's it. Like I'm telling you, that play, if we lose, we lose. But if you wanted to profit off of the timing and the immediate move, you got to get closer to the money. I got that one, so then that one leads into tomorrow. And then if it really starts to run up, our floor is low. We make it free, and then we're good. But we're not going to make as much as if you bought the close to the monies. I hope you understand that. There you go, a little real-life learning lesson, baby. So again, he's saying you can't just go to God for this idea. We got to think about it on our own. Some fall back simply on the clock. They talk as if mere passage through time brought some superiority, so that even a man of the first mental caliber carelessly uses the phrase that human morality is never up to date. How can anything be up to date? A date has no character. How can one say that Christmas celebrations are not suitable to the 25th of a month? What the writer meant, of course, was that the majority is behind his favorite minority, or in front of it. Other vague moderns, people take refuge in material metaphors. In fact, this is the chief mark of a vague modern person, not daring to define their doctrine of what is good. They use physical figures of speech without stint or shame, and what is worst of all, seem to think that these cheap analogies are exquisitely spiritual and superior to the old morality. Thus, they think it is intellectual to talk about things being high. It is at least the reverse of intellectual. It's a mere phrase from a steeple of a wreath rock. Tommy was a good boy is a pure philosophical statement, worthy of Plato or Aquinas. Tommy lived the higher life is a gross metaphor from a 10-foot pole. Par. So again, he's saying some people say time tells you about what is better and that we're never up-to-date morality. But he's saying you could live the high life and use these analogies to try to do it, but you just sound like an idiot. Like he's saying, you do not get that last part? He's saying that people are trying to define things without any conviction. They would rather use a metaphor that loosely explains it and never moves forward anything instead of having a conviction towards what they are saying. That's why you are a good boy. That is conviction. That is very straightforward. Versus you live the high life. What the fuck do you mean? This, incidentally, is almost the whole weakness of Nietzsche, whom some are representing as a bold and strong thinker. So somebody quoted Nietzsche in here. He hates him. He just said Nietzsche's an idiot. No one will deny that he was poetical and a suggestive thinker, but he was quite the reverse of strong. He was not at all bold. He never put his own meaning before himself in bald, abstract words, as did Aristotle and Calvin and even Karl Marx, the hard, fearless men of thought. Nietzsche also escaped a question by a physical metaphor like a cherry minor poet. He said beyond good and evil because he had not the courage to say more good than evil or more evil than good. Had he faced his thought without metaphors, he would have seen that it was nonsense. So when he describes his hero, he does not dare to say the purer man or the happier man or the sadder man. For all these are ideas, and ideas are alarming. He says the upper man or the overman. A physical metaphor for acrobats and alpine climbers, Nietzsche is truly a very timid thinker. He does not really know in the least what sort of man he wants evolution to produce. And if he does not know, certainly the ordinary evolutionists who talk about things being higher do not know either. Then again, some people fall back on sheer submission. Well, actually, do you guys get it? I actually like Nietzsche, believe it or not. I've read you guys him before. I like some of his thoughts. However, reading what GK has said, I agree with him. He's not wrong about Nietzsche. Nietzsche, however you say it. Because he's not wrong, though. Go read any of the Nietzsche you know. That is exactly how he talks. He's right. Nietzsche will make some crazy claims and get you thinking, but he never chooses one over the next. And that's what he's saying is the problem. Because what are we talking about? Remember, he's saying, how do we find better? How do we live in a world and find better? And again, if you don't have any conviction to say, this is better than that, this is more good than evil, then all you have is these weird metaphors that don't really explain anything. That's why he was saying Karl Marx is more of he's just saying Nietzsche is a timid thinker, which I could agree with. I think Nietzsche's brilliant, but he's timid in that sense. That's why he's saying Karl Marx will at least tell you this is good, this is bad. This is more evil than not. I don't think you'll ever hear that out of Nietzsche. Then again, some people fall back on sheer submission and sitting still. Nature is going to do something someday. Nobody knows what and nobody knows when. We have no reason for acting and no reason for not acting. If anything happens, it is right. If anything is prevented, it was wrong. Again, some people try to anticipate nature by doing something, by doing anything. Because we may possibly grow wings, they'll cut off their legs. Yet nature may be trying to make them centipedes for all they know. So, he's saying some people just wait, but even as they wait, they'll do the wrong thing. But again, you may grow wings, so why not cut off your legs? You should see the absurdity of those statements. Lastly, there is a fourth class of people who take whatever it is that they happen to want and say that that is the ultimate aim of evolution. And these are the only sensible people. That is the only really healthy way with the word evolution to work for what you want and to call that evolution. The only intelligible sense that progress or advance can have among men is that we have a definite vision and that we wish to make the whole world like that vision. If you like to put it so, the essence of the doctrine is what we have around us is the mere method and preparation for something that we have to create. This is not a world, but rather the material for a world. God has given us not so much the colors of a picture as the colors of a palette, but he has also given us subject, a model, and a fixed vision. We must be clear about what we want to paint. This adds a further principle to our previous list of principles. We have said we must be fond of this world, even in order to change it. We now add we must be fond of another world, real or imaginary, in order to have something to change it to. So out of all of this, he's saying the only real way that doesn't make you look like an idiot logically when it comes to better or evolution is what? Is to say, well, I want something better. That's it. Whatever I want is the ultimate aim of evolution. So by saying I want to be better at this and having a defined goal of what you want to turn into, that actually makes sense about better. And that's why he's saying it kind of adds this new thing. If you want to know, if you want to change the world, you have to, one, be fond of it, enjoy it, but now, in a weird way, you have to know what you want to change it to. You either need a vision of a real or another imaginary world to model. That should get you thinking. We do not need a debate about the mere words evolution or progress. Personally, I prefer to call it reform. For reform implies form. It implies that we are trying to shape the world in a particular image to make it something that we have already seen in our minds. Evolution is a metaphor from mere automatic unrolling. Progress is a metaphor from merely walking along a road, very likely the wrong road. But reform is a metaphor for reasonable and determined men. It means we see a certain things out of shape and we mean to put it back into shape, and we know what shape that is. Oh! That, my friend, is what we want. We don't want evolution. You don't want an automatic unrolling. You don't want progress. You know why? You could progress trading daily options. If it's still the wrong road, you could move along it and progress. We want reform. That's what all of us want. Your trading strategies, life, everything. Everything, reform. You see a certain thing, and it doesn't look like the shape that you know it should be in. And now your goal is to make the thing out of shape fit the shape that you have an image of. Come on. Oh, yeah. That's fire, bro. Now, here comes the whole collapse and huge blunder of our age. We have mixed up two different things, two opposite things. Progress should mean that we are always changing the world to suit the vision. Progress does mean, just now, that we are always changing the vision. It should mean that we are slow, but sure in bringing justice and mercy among men. It does mean that we are very swift in doubting the desirability of justice and mercy. A wild page from any Prussian sophist makes men doubt it. Progress should mean that we are always walking towards the New Jerusalem. It does not mean that the New Jerusalem is always walking away from us. We are not altering the real suit to the ideal. We're altering the ideal. It is easier. Wow. Tesla ripping. You had that one comment on the Starlink too. Do you get it? He said, this is where we failed as a generation. We keep changing the vision. That's the problem. We alter our ideal. Or we're not altering the reality to suit the ideal. It's a crazy concept. So we should always be changing to meet the goal. What do we do nowadays? You guys know exactly what we do. It's a crash course. Nowadays, we just change the vision. We change the goal. Why do you think it's so hard for us to progress? In many ways. Maybe that's the wrong word. Does it make sense? If you don't know how to reform and don't have the same vision to shape it into, we keep changing what we want. So even though we can progress and work on it, if we keep changing the end, well, then there you go. Nothing ever gets better. Yeah, moving the goalpost. Exactly. Wint. SPY about to go up again. Watch Tesla. So, yeah, high ticker fully got. Ever since that first rally, our little SPY play is doing decent, but not anything crazy yet. Silly examples are always simpler. Let us suppose a man wanted a particular kind of world, say a blue world. He would have no cause to complain of the slightest or swiftness of his task. He might toil for a long time at the transformation. He could work away in every sense until all was blue. He could have heroic adventures, the putting of the last touches to a blue tiger. He could have fairy dreams, the dawn of a blue moon. But if he worked hard, the high-minded reformer would certainly, from his point of view, leave the world better and bluer than he found it. If he altered a blade of grass to his favorite color every day, he would get on slowly. But if he altered his favorite color every day, he would not get on at all. If after reading a fresh philosopher, he started to paint everything red or yellow, his work would be thrown away. There would be nothing to show except a few blue tigers walking about, specimens of his early bad manner. This is exactly the position of the average modern thinker. It will be said that this is avowedly a preposterous example, but it's literally the fact of recent history. The great and grave changes in our political civilization all belong to the earliest 19th century, not the latter. They belong to the black and white epoch when men believed fixedly in Toryism, in Protestantism, in Calvinism, in reform, and not unfrequently in revolution. And whatever each man believed in, he hammered at steadily without skepticism. There was a time when the established church might have fallen and the house of the Lords nearly fell. It was because radicals were wise enough to be constant and consistent. It was because radicals were wise enough to be conservative. But in the existing atmosphere, there is not enough time in tradition and radicalism to pull anything down. There is a great ideal of truth in the Lord Hugh Cecil's suggestion made in a fine speech that the era of change is over and that our era is an era of conservation and repose. But probably it would pain Lord Hugh Cecil if he realized, which is certainly the case, that ours is only an age of conservation because it is an age of complete unbelief. Listen to this right now. Let beliefs fade fast and frequently if you wish institutions to remain the same. The more the life of the mind is unhinged, the more the machinery of matter will be left to itself. The net result of all our political suggestions, collectivism, Tolstoyanism, neo-feudalism, communism, anarchy, scientific bureaucracy, the plain fruit of all of them is that the monarchy and the House of Lords will remain. The net result of all new religions will be that the Church of England will not, for heaven knows how long, be disestablished. It was Karl Marx, Nietzsche, Tolstoy, Cunningham Graham, Bernard Shaw, Auburn Herbert, who between them, with bowed gigantic backs, bore up the throne of the Archbishop of Canterbury. Yeah, that's crazy, you guys. Do you get it? Do you understand what he just said? This is deep. This is crazy. Bro, he said our generation will never have a revolution. You'll never have a reform or anything. You know why? We don't have belief. Do you not realize it? He said it don't matter what idea you come up with. As long as you kill people's belief, all it will do is strengthen the established monarchy and power that's already held by people. That's why he's saying all the communism, Tolstoy, Nietzsche, all of it, all they did was strengthen the church. All they did was strengthen the monarchy. Because they always changed the colors. They never kept the same goal. They were never consistent. He's literally saying without belief, real belief, that's it. You don't have to worry about a radical. You know that, right? I agree. You don't need to. They'll never change. That's it. Only people who get strong will be the Church of England and all the rich people who are already rich. The people who want the system now, if there is no real belief in the world, why would anything change? It's really hard to get reform if you can't believe, or now if your beliefs don't even have a discipline. Yikes. This is crazy. We may say broadly that free thought is best of all safeguards against freedom. Managed in a modern style, the emancipation of the slave's mind is the best way of preventing the emancipation of the slave. Teach him to worry about whether he wants to be free, and he will not free himself. Again, it may be said that this instance is remote or extreme, but again, it's exactly true of the men in the streets around us. It is true of a true slave who will not have a human affection or loyalty for liberty, but the man we see every day, the worker in the factory, the little clerk in the office, he is too mentally worried to believe in freedom. He is kept quiet with revolutionary literature. Don't miss that. Do you get it? I think you just missed it. Again, he is too mentally worried to believe in freedom. He is kept quiet with revolutionary literature. Do you get what he means? Make the man so worried about freedom, he'll never free himself. He's saying, I could give you a book on revolution, and that'll stop you from revolting. Let me put it this way. Essentially, if I give you enough red pills, it turns into a blue pill. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry. That's literally what he said. I mean, that's what I'm telling you. Bro, all the Andrew Tate, all of this shit, all the tinfoil. My brother, if you don't have a real solid foundation of belief, you're never going to do anything with it. That's the reality. Without real strong conviction, consistency of belief, and having a vision, a stuck vision to go for, you will never reach it. If you can't have that real freedom, you could go look up freedom all you want, but if you don't have a real belief, doesn't matter. You'll stay in that same spot. No reform will ever happen. Your tinfoil will just make everybody who's in power stronger. That's the sad reality of all of it. I could keep you quiet with revolutionary literature. That's all they got to do. Isn't that crazy? You think the war is what's going on? You think the war is the info? The war is belief, bro. This is why they shat on Jesus Christ. This is why they make fun of Jesus everywhere you go. This is why people like me, don't matter what I give. Why do I get banned more than people? Why do I get... They don't want y'all to fucking have real consistency and belief, because you will change the damn world. Anything else, you will fucking medicate yourself to doing nothing. Why? Because there is no real belief. You can't do anything with real belief. You could have real belief. If you have no real belief and learn all about freedom, all you will do is enslave yourself more. It makes a lot of sense. You know what's going on in the world. You're like, wow, I know all of this stuff, but I don't have a true belief that I will approach with the same determination and consistency. Doesn't matter. You'll be like, there's no hope. I can't do anything. He is kept quiet with revolutionary warfare, revolutionary literature. He is calmed and kept in his place by a constant succession of wild philosophies. He's a Marxian on one day, a Nietzscheite the next day, a Superman probably the next, and a slave every day. The only thing that remains after all the philosophies is the factory. The only man who gains by all philosophies is Gradgrind, the factory owner. It would be worth his while to keep his commercial helotry supplied with skeptical literature. And now I come to think of it, of course, Gradgrind is famous for giving out libraries. He shows his sense. All modern books are on his side. As long as the vision of heaven is always changing, the vision of earth will always be exactly the same. No ideal will remain long enough to be realized, or even partly realized. The modern young man will never change his environment, for he is always changing his mind. So listen to me right now, bro. Because I've given you a lot of things. I speak for hours. We've covered everything that happens in the world. My brother, this view of God in my mind, my beliefs, they have never changed once. I hope you get slapped by this. All of you. You want to do something big, you want to really be free, and you want to tell me no God, no fixed vision, you're come on. Because you're going to be like, well, why not? Think about what other idea goes back 2,000 years ago. We need a fixed image to follow, a fixed world, a love your neighbor. Come on, I could go down the list, my friend. But the whole point is, bro, you could go. You'll never change your environment because you're always changing your mind. Call it what you want, bro. I've had a lot of things in my life and my thoughts and my words that have been volatile. I've never changed my mind on this whole long-term and Jesus thing. You know that, right? That's why, too, for you in the long term, this is what I've shared with you. Some of you, by having your long term, you already get it. What has happened what's one of the rules of the long term that people have trouble understanding? Act as if you can't change your mind for 10 years. Does that make a little bit more sense now? Think about it. Bro, you don't think this scares you? This is terrifying to me. You know why? Because I speak with young men every day. I get excited every day and I lose hope every day. Every time I talk to a young man in this world, I either get really excited and I'm like, wow, that kid's going places. There's hope. Other times I'm like, oh, fuck. Bro, this should terrify all of you. The modern young man will never change his environment, for he always changes his mind. I've seen long terms destroyed or turned into houses simply by how often they changed their mind and were able to hold to a fixed ideal. Reddit co-founder Alexis Ohanian, officially one of the people trying to buy TikTok US and bring it on chain. Reddit co-founder. That's coming out now. So stop it. I'm done. All of you should be done. If you don't have a fixed idea in this life that you could hold on to, and you reading all these books, you reading all this tinfoil. What the fuck are you doing? Seriously. Bare minimum, you should have a non-changing mind about the long term, okay? Bare minimum. It should be God, but damn it, bare minimum, that should be your long term. But do you hear what I'm saying right now? This is it, bro. This is it. I think this is going to separate a lot of you in the future. How many of you am I going to see 5 years from now? Seriously, how many? You know, some of you listening today, you're not going to be here in 5 years. I'm handing you the bread right now, bro. I already know you won't be here. You know why? You're going to change your mind. You're not going to die. You're going to be alive, but you're not going to be in this room. You know why? You're going to change your mind at one point. Let me put it this way. The only way I'm going to see some of you in 5 years is if you don't change your mind. You need a fixed idea. We have a fixed image of what we want, the long term, the property. We don't change our vision. We make everything fit our vision. We bring it back to form. Oh, dude, all that matters is how you change your mind or not. And it's not about me. It's about your long term. It's about money. It's about God. Go read every book you want, my brother. Go get educated. I've read a lot of books. The only difference is I have kept very, very, very fixed ideas. I don't know why I did, but I'm glad I did, and I get it now. Even the long term, I got it for other reasons, but this is it, man. And y'all want to bring real change into this world? You ain't going to do it changing your mind all the time. You may not like me, but guess what? I've been doing the same exact shit for years. Truthfully, not much has changed about me. Little by little. Discipline. My mind hasn't changed, though. Neither should yours. This, therefore, is our first requirement about the ideal towards which progress is directed. It must be fixed. Actually, though, I think we'll end it there. Because then he's going to go on the other part. I think I should leave you on that. Let's end it right there. Because I want you to think about that. And then we're going to talk about the solution of progress. Okay? What page? I already lost the page. Yes. So we're on page 74. Remind me that for tomorrow. But yeah, it's almost power hour. We talked about a lot of it. Fed Williams is speaking, but I want you guys to think about all this. Because this, I again, like I'm telling you, I can't help you. Isn't it funny? I don't know how this all related. I keep telling you about objective truth. Even what he started with, bro. Unless we know what the image is, we can't aim for it. That's why I told y'all, man, some of you, I don't mean it negatively. I genuinely cannot help you if you don't value objective truth. Do you get why? I am about reform. We must have a fixed image that we could correct things and know what we are trying to make it for. I cannot keep changing the image. That doesn't work with me. That's why I'm saying, I'm not trying to be mean. You should go participate where that works. We are on a quest for an objective truth. We have a fixed goal. We know exactly what we want. Even if it's a lot of money, we want it in the long term and in a certain way. There's no other. That's it. We can't play these games wasting our time back and forth, but it's not about wasting time. The real danger is wasting our mind. The real danger is changing your mind, changing your ideal, and before you know it, you live in a world of blue tigers and all these different things because you kept switching. Even worse, you take in all of this trash content that the world has out now, from conspiracies to not, to this, to that. Like I said, you're going to red pill yourself into not believing nothing. You're going to blue pill yourself into never moving. And again, the only people who benefit off of this are the churches and corporations who are already established to benefit off of it. You can read all about change you want, but every time you change your mind, you ain't changing shit. Real change will only occur if there is a fixed goal that we all get behind and can agree on. Real change only happens when you set out to do something and do not change your mind. Progress, how little it may be, will still progress. Little by little, as long as you don't change your mind. So, Chad, think about this. Pray tonight. I would encourage you to figure out what you want. I would figure out and ask for the strength to not change your mind. That's why study what you need to. Sometimes you may not even need to study it. It's very simple. You have to know what ideals are true and what's worthy and what you really want. And you need to say, that's it. And some of y'all need to, that's it. I don't care who look at you. I don't care what I even say. You need to get what you want and have that vision regardless. Doesn't matter if someone disagrees, if somebody agrees, if they do this. It doesn't matter. Did you make up your mind or not? Again, the modern man will never change his environment, for he always changes his mind. Stop changing your mind, and I promise you a lot of problems will stop too. There's not gonna be no more I'm stuck, because your mind is made up, and whether it's happening slow or fast, we're getting there. So Chad, take that one to the bank. That is your philosophy, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you guys are subscribed. We're live Monday through Friday, 30 minutes before open. Drop your thumbs up on the video. You're on mobile. Press hot chat. X out the chat. Hit the thumbs up button. Second link for the nightly Watchlist on my channel. God bless America. Oh, yeah. We hit 9,000 listeners. Oh, we out here, baby. We out here.
And I thought about, man, that this thorn in my side, this flesh, that when you grow in maturity, when you grow with God, you start to hate the flesh because you feel like, man, this thing, it frustrates me all the time. Like, dang it, you thought about that again? Dang it, you doing that again? Dang it, you talking like that again?
Yeah.
Like, when will you grow out of this?
It's a cult, baby. Yeah. Hey, listen up. I won't say this shit again. You don't really love yourself. The flesh ain't your friend. I done seen the best band. Best friends turn pretend. The little wind could change the trend. The little air could mean the end. I ain't doing shrooms. Life already tripped me out. Thinking about the little things and how it made me different now. Little bit of scripture bring me problems and they brought me out. Fearing about the future, only time you fear of missing out. Past ain't the present, but we say that it's a gift. That's ironic, that's like calling for murder to bring the peace. I heard that you don't agree. You heard it but didn't see. You learned it but wasn't free. The news of monopoly. Apart from these parting seas, my partner, please don't pardon me. I'm on the love for all my bras. I fucking love you, kill them all. Save a 10 of every dollar. Think the future, not tomorrow. What you do, not who you are, but how you move set you apart. Demons keep on knocking, but like power, I'm gonna close the door. People keep on talking, I just really wish they listen more. Born alone, die alone. Don't care if you don't like me, bro. Enough for being core. I know you know there's more than just the world. Love what I create, so it don't matter if you hate. You can learn a lot in life, but you'll never know the day. Karma or a judgment, either The way we meet in fate, and they say revenge is sweet, but at least we eatin' steak. Lord bless to me, no I ain't been meek enough. Sometimes I ain't been speaking up, my eyes would lie when seeking them. I died 100 times, but I'm alive, is why I'm preaching them. I know it's by design, but I can't lie, I feel I'm free to love. Forgive me if I overshit, but why the hell you over here? I move my people over there. Been around the world and I seen lots, but I ain't seen it fair. The ones that's always listening, the same ones saying they don't care. Nah.
Just close the door. Close the door.
Close the door. Yo, am I mad or just passionate? Are you fam or just acting it?
Am I mad or just passionate?
Huh?
Are you fam or just acting it?
Huh?
You know, I talk a lot, but I always keep passing.
Always passing.
Gotta keep it in the ropes.
Always.
We are not the same like races
Always.
and Risotto. All the real ones know it's always no photos. Hit the market crash. Stop thinking I'm the go-to. Just because you know me, that don't mean that I'm gonna know you. Man, talk stops non-stop. I am really him. If your name not Ben, we ain't.
Man, that's crazy. Nah, members only don't save you. Blood make you related. Loyalty make you family. There are people without a badge more fam. You think $5.99 got you into the family? That's crazy. Don't ever be fooled. I would never, like the other YouTubers lie to you like that. You know what I'm saying? They'd be like, oh, I love you. We're fam. No, I love you. I love you if you really out here. You got to turn it to real life. Take all this internet shit and bring it to real life shit. I love it. I love watching it. I've made some good friends out here, bro, because it's real. You see what I'm saying? I'll show you. I was just screenshotting. I got something for you. You see what I'm saying? But no. It ain't gonna be like that's it. You got it's something about it. It's not no $5.99. It's never about a piece of paper. It's something. It's it's like they put a person on the piece of paper. It's about the person. I don't know if they feel me, bro, but I wanted to show you this. Hamas welcomes Arab Cairo summit. Trump proposes selling 443 federal properties, including Department of Justice headquarters and FBI headquarters. I'm kind of down. I don't know what that'll do for commercial real estate. Should we buy it? Yeah, should we buy one? I'll look, or if you find them before me, I'm down. I'm always down to throw a bid in. Let's see, why not? Fuck yeah. Well, here's the deal. I have way too many emails today, and out of a sake of I have 50 unopened ones just in the last 2 hours. So I have good ones, I have bad ones. Email me. I need this. If you have a house, I have somebody in Florida. I need a property in Miami. If you have a property in Miami not listed, email me. I have a buyer ready to go. If you want to sell a house, email tradingfraternity@gmail.com. And again, if you want to get your first house, you might want to email me after this. Are you ready? So, I don't know. South Carolina, if you're in South Carolina and just did this deal, I would love to shout you out, but I was going to shout this out. I blurred out your name. But no exaggeration, there was literally a Chad. There he is. Yeah, it's Carson. Bro, that was like a week or two ago. He was like, okay, Josh, I'm down, right? And I told you how we do this little process that we just set up, right? And I said, I swear this was just last week, to be honest with you. And I said, email me. You guys remember that? He said, I'm finally ready to do my long term. Well, we have our process. I could overlook the deal 5 days ago. Wow. So here's the update from the agent. Hey, Josh, I wanted to give you an update on Carson and Charleston. I got him under contract, new construction, 5K instant equity. I don't know how you pulled this shit off. USDA loan, 0% down at a 3.99 rate with all closing costs covered. So he is adding to his long term without touching the long term. Appreciate you again. Just retired my dad too, baby. Ian's a killer, you guys. You have no idea, bro. Ian, hardworking, bro. You retired. You did it, bro. The way you grind is insane. But yeah, that's crazy. That's a really good deal. I don't know how the fuck you did it, but it worked. So like I'm saying, if you want your fucking first house, maybe we could do it. I thought best case scenario, you use half of your long term. 5 days ago, Chad said, I'm down, Josh, and emailed me. He is now getting the house at a 4% mortgage rate, 0% down. He is not with closing costs. Are you paying anything? Yeah, what are you paying? I honestly, there's nothing coming out of your pocket, huh? You just have to cover the payment then and then take ownership. Yeah, if they covered closing costs and then your loan is at 4%, that's insane. You get $2,000 back. So you're going to get paid $2,000 to take the keys to how much was the home? Can I ask? I don't know. I don't know these details. All right, do if I go to my email. I don't want to expose everything. Just have the signed docs. It's not seller financing. It's a USDA loan. It's a new build, $279. Nice. Are you going to live in the house? Because that'll be perfect. That's it. Zero. You're just going to pay your rent. And then 4% mortgage, you're saving at least 50% of interest cost. You got a tent? Oh, a tenant. I was like, okay, it's about to get weird. I knew this was too good to be true. That's it. He was like, I got a tent, Josh. I'm living in the tent. They said if I bought the house and live in the tent, someone's going to live in it. So be careful with that too, though, if it's your first renter. That would be the only downside. Hopefully it cash flows and hopefully they're not a shit tenant, but that's amazing. You literally just added to your long term literally without doing. You know them personally. That's not a good thing. So yeah, just be careful. That's it. Just be careful with the renter. That's all. I hope it works out well, but I think either way, the deal looks great. At least even if I don't know about we'll see where it comps at. I mean, I trust Ian's valuation, and I think he's very conservative. That's why he said 5K instant equity. But other than that, it's your girlfriend? No, this is getting terrible now. I'm sorry if your girlfriend's listening. She's going to hate me. But it's nothing personal. I've said this to any Chad. Any Chad that tries to rent to somebody, especially even the other day, Jiggly. Jiggly was like, Josh, I'm going to go buy a house with my boyfriend. And I said, Jiggly, if he ain't going to go Beyonce, if he like it, then you're going to put a ring on it, then don't do a real estate deal with him. So other than that, that's the only red flag I see on that deal. Otherwise, the financing terms are fucking amazing. So good work, Ian, and I'm glad. Either way, bro, cheers. That's it. You just got to work out the renter thing. We'll see how that plays out. I don't know if the market's over tariffs. We're still gapped down, but the NASDAQ went up. Obviously, the first day I buy a QQQ put, it's the only one that goes green, but hey. I try to rent rooms to my friends. Now my only friends are co-real estate. That's what I'm saying, bro. Keep your friends. It's not worth it. Keep your girlfriend, too. It's not worth it. That's what I'm saying. Just try to rent to people you don't know. And believe me, bro, that's it. That's the problem. That's even the problem. That's even the problem with the Chad, right? Right when they think we're all buddy-buddy, I have to ban them. That's it, because then they're like, oh, Josh, we're friends. I fucking hate you. Let me destroy the chat because we're friends. Let me break every long-term rule because we're friends. No, please don't. Don't. So, yeah, that's what you got to watch out for. It sucks, but that's just how it is. People just get crazy, bro. Yeah, just keep note. That's all. It will be easier, though, to rent to someone you don't know. Like I'm saying, maybe you like rent somewhere nice with your girlfriend. I don't know if I should be advocating you moving in with her, but maybe you find somewhere nice, or maybe you guys Airbnb it and make money, and then you guys go on vacations. I don't know, but explore other opportunities unless you're set on it. Otherwise, congratulations. Everything looks good though for now. Like I'm saying, I'm just thinking about the worst case scenario, and this is generally the same advice I would give to anybody else, you know? So, yeah, I like it. I can't believe you got a zero. How did you get a USDA loan? Do you live in a fucking farm? That's beautiful financing terms, bro. I can't believe it. He literally hit me up last week. He's getting a house now, 0 down, Chad. So, again, if you got that long-term, email me what state you're in. And I made nothing off of this deal. I don't know if you know that. I think Ian's going to make money off of it if he does the commission. But with the closing costs paid and all of that, I mean, I can only tell. I don't even know, man. But other than that, you send me an email, and we'll get that set up. That's what I told you was the goal. We're no rush. He did that one fast, but ideally, I want all of you to turn some of your long-term into more long-term assets in real estate this year. It's a house in Chernobyl. I don't think they do USDA loans for that. Oh, thanks to you, man. Way to do it, though, man. Way to take initiative. I'm actually surprised. That was 5 days ago. I vividly remember. I was like, you were just asking me. You were just emailing me. And now you guys are like, we're closing. Give me like and then he's in a minute. Got it. Spy Newheim. We did have those cheap plays. I don't know if they moved up. I gave you guys a little call lesson. They did. They went up 5%, but the ones closer to the money would have done better. I think they still give the dollar houses in Japan, no? Well, either way, man, good work. Yeah, Japan, they just need population. I think he got 499 or 399 because of the builder. It was a new construction, and they probably bought it down and offered it to them for a little bit. I'm assuming. You tell me, Carson. Did they buy down your mortgage for you? Oh, Marvel has earnings? I forgot about that. Yeah, Marvel could go crazy, but it did good last time. This property's in South Carolina, I think, which makes it even better. Yeah, you have to use their lender. That's why. That's what I was telling you guys for years. The builders will give you low rates if you go through their financing. They built the house and they own the bank. But yeah, I like that it's in South Carolina. That's a good area. I mean, just a lot of talk about it, you know. South Carolina has been very, very active. If nobody's enforcing the laws for USDA, you're going to go do it too? I doubt it. Because there's no way you're telling me the rental requirement was the only thing stopping you from finally doing this. Because I'm telling you, Carson heard me 5 days ago. And whatever, I don't know if it was the PHILO. I don't know what it was. But he was just like, I'm down, Josh. He literally sent me the message on the chat. I have the chat facts. I could probably pull it up. Yeah, let it load up. And then he emailed me, and then he did it. So, I do think you want to play police. I do think, though, you do have to rent it out for 12 months or live in it for 12 months before. But that's not the reason you would have done it. You've looked at every option you have for housing except other people's money. Yeah, you shouldn't do that. So, again, I mean, if you've listened and, like, as I've explained it here, I'm big on using little money down. So I didn't even recommend the USDA loan. I put him in touch with the right agent. If that qualified and it worked, even better. But I'm all about little down. You should be leveraged. Why wouldn't you leverage right now? And I mean proper leverage, though. You don't need to buy only cash. That's what my parents told me. I would have never gotten what I've gotten doing it like that. Although leverage is, I don't think you should buy a house and then leverage another one and BRRR, but you should get a loan. And if anybody with the best possible loan they're offering, yeah, that's it. All in South. I'm going to go buy a house in South Carolina then. If you're telling me it's all USDA, that's crazy. You want to buy your first property? Email me. I think I have your email, but email me. You want to buy in California? Well, let's go. Email me. I'm going to do exactly what I did with Carson right there. That's what I've been talking about the last couple of weeks. So again, we just did it really fast, but that's exactly what I was saying. You guys email me. Let me know what it is. I'm going to put you in touch with 2 of the agents. We'll monitor the deal. There's zero rush. I don't want any of you FOMOing into properties. If you get a deal like that and it makes sense, you do it, and then that's it. We shop for the next year because wait till, again, it's turning into a buyer's market, and, yeah, you'll be good to go. So just email me where you're at, location, any other details. Send me your long-term, too, so I at least know what you're working with. You got $50K off because of first-time home buyer? Nice. Yeah, they'll give you good loans, too, sometimes. If you could get credits, even better. Clear puts. Well, there's a lot this week. So, it's only Tuesday. We got 1 hour left, 55 minutes, but at the end of the day, you still have tomorrow, the China event. That could be either very bullish or bearish. Then on Thursday, you're going to get slightly more job data. And then I think Jerome Powell, and there's something else on Thursday. And then Friday, you get the non-farms and Jerome Powell. So he's still got a lot. State of the Union is tonight. I think we'll be live for it. I think I'll go live, probably on this channel. So we'll see. Tons of new builds in San Antonio. That's crazy, bro. I didn't know they got it like that. I didn't know San Antonio, South Carolina, they got, because out here, the only like USDA loans, it's like literally in the middle of nowhere. You have the option of 40K instant equity. Oh, so you bought down the loan. So it was like they incentivized it, but you probably put some of that towards the loan. Either way, bro, it's a good deal. I mean, that's it. I mean, assuming the property doesn't lose half of its value, even if it does, I would just live in it. But at the end of the day, those 0 down, 4% mortgage, that's a good deal, bro. Just even on the financing, I'm assuming you made some money on the buy, but the cost to hold that that's it, nothing up front, and then just straight, even the 4%, you're saving money. You can't replicate that deal too easily. That's what I'm saying. Like, the holding cost isn't even bad, even in the worst case scenario. So good work, bro. I think 40K on the buy. You probably had that, but then you put it towards the rates. But it works, dude. I like the terms of all of it. I think you did very well. Well, just send me a picture. You don't have to. I mean, if you email me already, but I would like to see it. It gives me a better idea. My email is tradingfraternity@gmail.com. You signed a contract to build a home last week. Oh, wow. Good luck. If it is your first one, I'm not really a fan of that. So I don't think, unless you've built a home in the past, I would not do a new build for your new home or your first one. You could buy a new build, but just be cautious if you are going through the construction process. But either way, congratulations. I'm going to look into this USDA loan out there. I can't believe this many places were doing that. Can't find it on YouTube. I don't know. They hate me. It's on YouTube if you search the album. They just won't put it on my channel. First-time buyers. I mean, again, I said it, it's like I wouldn't build a home, buy land, or buy a property that needs major repairs as your first house. It's a lot of work and it's a lot of money. That's all. It's just that a lot of people, I don't like it. I don't even with experience, money, and everything, I still don't like all of those. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, it's a lot of work. So just like, but definitely avoid just buying land, and then avoid major repairs, unless you have somebody who's like built a lot of homes and like you got the plug. But like I say, it's something not really universally. I haven't seen it work out too good for first timers. Yeah, just too many variables. Exactly. I haven't looked at the USDA eligibility map. I need to. Well, yeah, that's what happened. The chat in here, literally, he hit me up 5 days ago. I put him in touch with the agent, and now he's zeroed down on a property. And I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah, I didn't know that qualified. First time, do you recommend to get as much of a down payment or wing it? What do you mean? I think regardless, little down payment most of the time is a better idea, unless the PMI and other stuff make it not feasible. And then, every house, you got to make sure you can afford it, because it's expensive, and you don't want to be put, I think a strict view on affordability. And if you can't, the only way you're buying a house that you can't afford is if it's already rented out. That is that's the real key. You sent me. How much did you buy it for? What was your price? I'm looking at the comps around, yeah. Yeah, bro. Yeah, 279. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense if you probably put the money toward, because I'm like, dude, that's easy comp. I'm looking at the other new builds. I don't like that it's by the freeway. I don't know how it is there, but you're like, that's the only part I don't like. Good area. Middle of nowhere, but it's still like, there's very good comps in other listings. Yeah, it's a townhouse. Yeah, it looks like the general property values there. Yeah, that's not bad, bro. It looks too sad. I think you got a fair price. I think if you didn't put the $40K towards the rates, it would have been a steal. So if you got it at that like 220 or something, that's literally, it comps at 270, 280 easy, it looks like. MSTZ, SPY still near the high. How to buy options in Charles Schwab. I don't know. I would go to Trading Fraternity or go to youtube.com/Trading Fraternity. And I literally have like thousands of options videos. Hundreds probably that you could go on. I like townhomes, but you should go for a house first. But townhomes are the next best thing. It just all depends. Again, value and don't overpay. And again, utility. Some townhomes have more utility than less. Or some have more than others. Holy shit, this SPY is green. Stop it. Stop it. So again, I hope you guys see that call. Remember, the out of the money calls didn't go up, but look, out of the money calls are still up 5%. If you bought the close to the money when I made that play, you would be up 300%. So did you guys learn from that? If you want to keep it cheap, you risk the upside, but then you have limited downside, and then vice versa. If you have conviction on the move and spend a little bit more and you have the right timing, you'll get paid out on it. So that's what happened, because I made a call play. It went up 5% because it was only $8, but I showed an alternative play, and that one went up 300%. So same exact time, two different results depending on type of risk you're trying to get. Ta-da! Oh. Let's go, baby. Yeah, the ES1 per. Oh, you're killing it. You posted it too, baby. Good work. Fuck yeah. Yeah, bro. That's a nice bag right there. That's beautiful. Dude, I can't believe it. SPY's literally up 1, but it sucks because now you are going to have the State of the Union. And then, remember, we had the Ukraine and the Larry Fink comments, but other than that, it's just going to be, what's it called? It's just going to now lead into tomorrow. And then the China. If China's good, you'll really rally. If China's bad, you're... But we'll see, though. We could also shake off a bad China. We don't really need China to succeed, more or less. Much different than the morning. I mean, this was hideous. But you're still very low. To put it into context, you're at the low of last Friday. And you just feel like the world got better, but we were just that down. China agriculture is old, yeah. This is right. What is this? Toy Association? Hasbro? Hey, yo, check Hasbro. Tariff on toys opens doors for unsafe counterfeits. Toy Association says. You guys are just all fucking scammers. They're like, well, watch out. They're all trying to fearmonger, so we got to get through the fearmonger stage. But like I said, I think in the short term, this is everybody just trying to make Donald Trump react to the stock market. If you have a home and you want your first investment property, it better be a damn good deal. That's how I feel about it. Unless the cash is burning a hole in your pocket because you won't buy anything else and you've been waiting for a crash. But make sure it's a good deal. Ideally if it's already rented, but you make your money off the buy, have a strict focus. If it's your first rental, try not to make it so far away from you. You can go further, but ideally the closer the better. And again, just you make your money off the buy. I cannot stress that. Don't over leverage and don't try to, buy. There's no point in buying a property at high rates that if you're not getting incentivized through value, the right financing terms, I really wouldn't force it. You'll know what your next deal will be. This is where you find cheaper downside protection. No. Like I told you, the same thing still applies. You saw today they hit those skew plays, but I was telling you about them yesterday. So, realistically, where was it? So yesterday, we hit a low and then we kind of bounced, right? So if we gap up tomorrow and then we even start dumping right here, you could buy your put into the low and it will still be cheaper than today. Do you believe it? That's when you buy your put. That's what I was trying to tell you with the skew. So I'm telling you, if you watch yesterday's watch list, you have an edge. This is how you're going to execute it. But this is what I'm telling you. In a weird way, you don't have to panic. We could even get late puts and still hit. That's what I learned in the last 24 hours. So ideally, you could just wait till it comes down, and I would almost guarantee all of the out-the-money protection plays will be lower. That's if you're trying to protect a real volatile move. Otherwise, if you're trying to profit off 3% down, 3% up, you got to get close to the money. And that's going to be more play the right headline, the right move at the right time. Rep Hot Wheels. Is there a market? No. That's it, man. We got 40 minutes. Then I got to go do back and biceps. What if he withdraws from NATO during the speech tonight? That's not going to happen. If he did, the market would go down. Some people are thinking, again, that rumor is that he will announce another Ukraine deal. I doubt it. I don't think he will, but that got the market moving a little bit. So did the Larry Fink comments. Other than that, I think what you should pay attention for, believe it or not, see what he says about inflation and see if he actually addresses the stock market and the pressure. Because that's what they want him to do. So we'll see. Josh don't do back and buys. He does buy and back. Exactly. Buybacks all day, baby. Larry Fink was just pumping. He was just like, buy the dip, low key. You were here live. That was before we had members. It was like right around here. We talked about it, and then a couple more comments, and then you had the Ukraine rumor again, and then that's it. It was a wrap from there. Trump NATO nominee pledges to strengthen alliance despite Russian pivot. Gotta head out, man. Enjoy it, bro. Congratulations, man. I'm very, very proud of you. Good work, bro. To a bigger, better long term. Now that includes real estate, baby. That's crazy. Y'all don't feel me. That's real life, bro. That's real life. You walk away with the long term, with houses. You gonna be like, that's it. You think I'm annoying? You think I'm rude? It's because you ain't get a long term, bro. You gotta get a long. Real life. Oh, man. And you're only 24 years old, you mother effer. Look at you. That's it. The next house, given like next 3 houses, the third one, he gonna buy me a house. He young, bro. He young. He doing good. Shaba. I haven't heard that song in so long. And then Spy ripping, damn. So again, alternative contract killed it. The out the money one, they robbed you. Oh, you got 30% now. You can make some of them free. But I hope it makes sense. You would have had to risk $40 on this play, $50. The other play, we only risked $9. So you made 30% on the other one. This one, you would have made 400% now. That was all on the call side. Again, this one, I put it up during PHILO if you guys were missing out on it. But we went over, again, some of the headlines, and I was showing them the difference. You can watch the recap in real time, though, afterwards. Shaba ranks. Do I hit my spine erector muscles on back day? I don't know what that means, sir. No, I just do normal back workouts, bro. I'm not that advanced. I do like lat pull downs. I'll do rows. I'll do like the one arm like machine shoulder pull back. Then I do my curls. And then I'll do preacher curls and then a hammer curl. And then I'll do like the chest machine, but you face forward. The flies, back flies. And then that's it. XLP faded, bro. No lower back. Rows, but no, I don't really do lower back. How do you do lower back? I need a lower back. I kind of been doing lower back with my abs. Low money as any. It just all depends. I didn't think that could happen. That's why it just depends on the agent and your area. If the agent has the plug and if the area is like, it works. What? That's crazy, bro. So even calls from yesterday are coming back. That's fucked up. So some of those March 7th calls I bought, they're coming back up. So they were clobbered. You would think so. I would even think they would be dead right now. And again, do you guys not see the problem? Look at what we said on the watch list. Do you not see it? Bro, look at if we close up here, the problem is the size of the candles, not where we're moving. You closed the election gap today, and now you're back to the low of the day after the election. All in today, you have traded the whole entire election. Do you understand? So day before election, you were just trading there, and now you are closing at where you opened at the very first minute, or the low of election day. Yeah, it's insane, bro. But like I'm saying, the size of the candles is what makes these moves so wicked. So yeah, get ready for volatility. I'm not even gonna look. I'm gonna look. I'm gonna see the long term. Long term at one point was down $4,000 today. Let's see. Where are we at now? Oh, I'm only down $1,000 now. I'm still down though, because I have JP Morgan financials. Not bad, 0.5%. So 240, we're going to be right back. A little bit higher than here, 243. Not bad. What's down? Yeah, JP Morgan, Whirlpool, Uber Call, and Abiva, Disney. Not bad, though. Not bad. Hyperextension machine. Bro, crazy. Every one of these days, bro. But that's why it's like, stop looking at it. You know, if it's gonna shoot down and then shoot back up, what's the point of looking at it and then reacting? Like, if you know it's gonna just, like, it's not really real. Does that make sense? MOD, SPY ripping, or at least the high ticker is. We went to zero. Even the next, well, I did one for tomorrow, so any of our call plays, I made sure we accounted for more than just today. It sucks. I'm going to lose on one of the 1,000%ers, but I took some good profit today. Even TLT. Oh, dude. Duh, TLT. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, right? Yeah. Oh, shit. Wrong one. Mm-mm. You could dodge a flush. You could dodge a ball. Hey, man, we only got 30 minutes left. All right. Well, I already had a protein, and I'm, like, still hungry. Yeah, that's it. That move killed. All the skew plays are now dead. So every skew play that tripled or doubled for no reason, dead now. All of them. After that move, they wiped. That's what I'm saying. You have an opportunity. So now, if you actually get like a flash crash, it will be easier to play. As long as it just doesn't wake up tomorrow morning as a flash crash. But yeah, that's not... It's bittersweet depending on how you want to look at it. You got 25 on that Reddit room. I mean, I think it's true, though. They're going to try to get... what's it called? They're going to try to... what's it called? They're going to try to buy TikTok. Egyptian President Sisi meets Syrian leader Shara. KLC. Well, think Friday and then Wednesday. Those are going to be the two things. And yeah, today just showed you tariffs, first tariff reaction, further gap down after the sell-off from yesterday. 3 hours of pain, and then full recovery plus some. So keep that in mind for the steel tariffs on March 12th. Oh, Marvel, yeah, they're going to have earnings there. So watch out, my friend. Spy's dropping pretty quick here, but that's it. At this point, there's 30 minutes left. I don't think even if you came back to open, you moved up high enough where obviously we're still lower. Today wasn't the best day, but that just made mother effers really chill out. You know what I'm saying? The news on K-Web is China National People's Congress, or the National Party Congress, one or the other. But they're supposed to be announcing their 2025 growth target. So we will see. Yeah, we made those free. I hope you guys did too a couple days ago. I don't know where the dollar's at. Oh, yeah, way down. It was already down in the morning, even though we were bad because the currencies. This is kind of scary, though. Because remember, I always told you guys, if we start selling while the dollar sells off, it's usually been ugly. So make no mistake, last time the dollar peaked and then we dropped with it, it was 2022. Jeep Stellantis says tariffs favor Asian and European rivals. The dailies hit 10x. Got you, man. I got some good learning call-outs for you. If you're paying attention, and I'm glad, though. You guys took it a lot better today. Just wiped out the last two. I was big, but like I'm saying, unless it ends near the low of the day, that's it. That calmed you down. Because if we were chilling up here and then flush, but only way I freak out is if we hit a new low. As crazy as that sounds. I don't think we will, but then again, you never know. Yeah, that just killed all the premium on the calls now. Well, it depends how much time you had, but yeah. Marvel, they have earnings after the bout. Okay. I'm going to go get me another protein. I'm hungry. Please hold.
Consumer sentiments dropped 10 points, according to the University of Michigan, latest survey. Other measures, a little bit different, but the consumers are worried. The polls I've seen, 3/4 of consumers now indicating that they're having trouble making ends meet. And so we're talking about a big share of the goods that people buy every day going up in price.
Yeah.
Consumer spending already slowed in January, and it could slow further. Yeah. And so for many companies, small companies, medium, larger companies, that base of consumer spending and retail sales is a big part of what drives their investment. Yeah. And so we'll see, but I'm certainly much more concerned today than I was a few weeks ago.
All right, well, it's kind of interesting, though, too, Andrew. We talk about this idea of what consumers are looking at, and we know they pay very close attention to some of those short-term things that the Fed likes to strip out. What's going on at the gas pump, what's going on at the grocery store. We're up almost 30% in grocery store prices just over the last 5 years. And you put that up against what we saw in the previous 15, 20 years, nothing compares to it. And people remember that. So when we talk about inflation expectations and whether they're anchored, I guess my question here is, what exactly is the Fed looking at? If they want to strip out some of those measures, then they're stripping out expectations.
Okay, so it's a great question. Just two clarifying points here. Number one, service prices have been rising briskly over the last several years without much sign of slowing down. Chair Powell called it supercore. And you look at those supercore measures, they're still way above where they were pre-pandemic. The good news the last couple of years is that a lot of the merchandise goods that consumers buy, those prices have been falling or at least flattened out. And so what the Fed looks at, they call it the core inflation measure. As you say, it's taking out the food and the gasoline, but looked reasonably good over the last couple of years. A little bit off target, not too bad. And the issue now, I think that the tariffs are raising is that a lot of those goods prices may well start rising. And so then the whole picture, not just food and gasoline, not just rents and housing, not just services, but even the goods prices now starting to head back upward. The Fed's going to have to pay very close attention to this.
I am curious as to what a change in Fed policy could even do in this situation. I'm talking about the potential for rates to be cut primarily because of the economic effects of the tariffs. But when we think about what these tariffs are meant to do, and the idea that, at least if you believe Trump at his word, that he's probably going to keep them there for some time to extract the revenue that he thinks he can extract out of it, does cutting rates even do anything in that situation?
Well, I think that the difficulty for the Fed, they have a dual
Bro, this is
mandate,
crazy.
maximum employment. And
I think this is truly fascinating. We are watching in real time. I feel like the media is trying to manufacture a tantrum. This is why I'm saying it's going to be very interesting. No, it's because I do. Every single time I've played a clip, and every hour, it's this company crying about tariffs and all of these things. Again, I think they're trying to, I think everybody wants Trump to respond. In a weird way, you're about to watch, this is like a tantrum being manufactured. It's like everyone's like, you're not mad? This is so bad. This is going to be so bad. But then you're not watching, the dollar. Let me put it this way. Currencies moved more the day after Donald Trump won than after any tariffs were enacted. That's even to today. So, yeah, very wild. No, it's kind of everybody. That's why I'm like, I don't know. In my mind, I mean this respectfully, I don't know if some people are they stupid or are they liars? Either way, I wouldn't listen to them. But that's why I'm like, there's no way these people are genuinely believing this. I'm like, if you're really foolish enough to believe certain aspects, maybe, or I'm like, what is the play? And then again, I do think, that's what I'm saying, in a weird way, I think we're trying to manufacture rate cuts again, and this time make Trump do it and kind of hurt him as well. But again, in a weird way, like I'm saying, the banking situation was terrible. They told you sounded resilient. You were watching bonds blow out, repos, unrealized losses mounting. You literally needed liquidity. Here, you don't have that many things going off, and they're like, this is so bad. It's like the media trying to jawbone rate cuts. And it worked a little bit, but remember, it's the same media that took out all of the bid out of bonds because they were worried about inflation a month ago. Yeah. So very odd. But either way, we're early on some things. I don't know how this one's going to play, though. Well, Trump's not forcing rate cuts. Anybody crying about tariffs and worry about slowdown has literally led to rate cut odds going up. This last 2 weeks of pain has done more for rate cuts than anything Donald Trump could have done. That's what's wild about it, because, again, people ran up the bonds, hurting the odds of Donald Trump when he was getting elected, and then right after they were trying to use it against him. But now the same growth slowdown has done more for bonds in the long end of the curve and the short end than anything Donald Trump could have done or not done. I mean, the SPY went red again, but I don't even know. After that rally, unless we close red, that's it. All eyes on China, and then whatever State of the Union presents. He technically caused the pain. Not really. That's why I'm saying, like, you theoretically haven't felt any pain. It's kind of reminds me of the Chad. It's like, yeah, you could blame me for going members only, but the people who are actually, like, flipping shit, leaving negative comments, hate mail, right when we go unmembers only, are causing drama and distracting the Chad. That's kind of like the media. So although you can say, oh, you shouldn't have done tariffs, I really think the reaction by companies in the media so far is more destructive than the tariff impact until we see it. But again, my knowledge of the situation lends me to believe that tariffs will be way more complex, and currency effects and other things. It's not going to, I don't think we're going to ever see tariffs lead to dramatic increases in prices beyond a couple of gadgets here and there, or cars and washers for a little bit, but it should not be anything like the inflation you saw in the past. Pain? Yeah. Oh, dude. All right, you're back at VWAP now. That's fucking crazy. I don't know, man. Good luck. You just moved down 1% on the SPY. Do you guys realize that? That's what I'm saying. The size of the... Dude, you went green. Look at how different this candle looks now. It's been 20 minutes. I went to the bathroom and had a fucking protein. Oh, man. Oh, yeah. Nothing new. Now you're just literally right at open. So in a weird way, you did nothing today. I'm completely wrong on saying increasing tariffs will not increase sale price of other products and services. You are really bad at listening. That's what you are. So I'm not completely wrong, because that's not what I said. I said some items, a temporary increase. I have acknowledged that for a very long time. But again, if you want to be a dummy and believe that your house price and real inflation, like 9% of what you saw in higher insurance, is going to be a result of this, be my guest. I'm not here to save you. I can't change your mind if you don't want to go and look it up. But that's not what I said. And that's why you should listen. That's why I'm going to be harsh with you. Because if you're going to go to that extreme, I would encourage... Again, this is my problem with a lot of things. A lot of you have jumped to many conclusions about me or represent me in a way, but you simply have a very poor listening ability where you are not representing what I said. So again, I'm aware of price increases, but that's why I think people are being dramatic. That's what it is, drama. Small increases. Small, temporary, defined by products, but not the real inflation. Did you hear that one that time? You told them the deal and they were amazed? Good. Dude, I'm amazed, bro. You're crazy. Can't believe it. I know it's just people trying to fucking convince you to buy their products for more money. Like, it's really what a lot of it is. But, and then again, the currency effects. More harm than people think of spending. Well, that's the thing. If it leads to, I think if economic changes happen, that's another thing. But you should be more worried about unemployment. Let's be real. I think a real threat to the economy is government demand falling off a cliff. That's the point. That's what nobody is every single time, even 4 years ago. This is what I'm trying to tell all of you. They are trying to distract you from looking at the impact of the government. Do you guys understand? Look at tariffs. Look at anything. Look at anything except for the fact that government demand, government money supply, that's the real thing. You've studied economics. You have a cascading effect. You're just using different words now. I'm not going to mark the post because I'm banning you. Why? Because I gave you a full response. You said I said something, and I reiterated exactly what I've said multiple times on record and recorded. And then your response is, no, I studied economics. Do you understand? You're not listening. Do you get it? That's why I'm going to ban you. But you're not listening to what's being said. And your response to me telling you and clarifying was, no, I know economics. Are you listening to me now? I haven't banned you yet. I want to make sure you and everybody else sees it, because there's many people like you I've had to deal with. But yeah, you're being a brick fucking wall right now. You guys think I'm the brick wall by not listening and banning, but I really hope y'all see that. That's what it really comes down to. So I haven't banned you yet. I'll wait till your next message to hear what you have to say. But yeah, I don't think you're listening, brother. So, but you know economics, so that'll do good for you. Postmarked. Oh shit, 13 minutes. Well, it's not just, you get this a lot. That's why I'm like, y'all, you listen to what we're talking about, you're going to advance. You're going to excel. A lot of things we're saying make sense. If you're only taking bits and pieces and then depending on your bias, then I can't help you. Economy. I mean, it's hard. It's most people good at economics and like finance majors, it's hard to make money. You would be surprised. That's like, it goes to GK Chesterton. If you understand the economy enough and like you have like a good rationality of the economy, the stock market makes no damn sense. And then you're going to always think it's terrible. But yeah, it's hard. I understand it. I've had my difficulties at times too. Because like I have to balance between reality and then people. You know what I'm saying? And like economics and then perception. Those are two different things. You see all my chats, I support you. I know, but why did you miscategorize me so bad? I literally ask anybody in here. I could go show you 20 different videos. I have said, yes, it's fair to acknowledge an increase in price, certain items, certain places. You're saying I didn't say that. So thank you for all your support over the years, but you're a waste of my time now. I wish you the best of luck. Get a long term. That's all. That's it. I'm done trying to communicate with someone who doesn't want to listen. I tried though. We had a good run though. It's time we move forward, and that's what you got to do. I don't mean any ill harm, but I had a good talk today on objectivity, and I don't think I'll find it with some. Be reborn. Amen. Nothing happened in the market, but we went from melt up and we were chill to, I don't know. Dude, you're down. I don't even know what to tell you, bro. I only am going to care if we close into the lows. That's all that matters. That's it. If we close anywhere in the middle, I would keep this today. I'm going to save the chart at the end of the day, okay? You got to save today's chart and remember it, because this is, now we've done nothing. That's it. You're pretty much at there, but I can't explain this one to you, and I don't think it has an explanation above all else. Bro, 10-minute rigged is, you're right now into the first flush. This is disgusting, bro. Yo, and premiums on bonds are jacking up right now for no reason. Bonds haven't moved. Premiums have gone up 30%. I don't know, man. It's very weird. Damn. Oh, dude, I don't even. Chad, you're going lower. This is fucking crazy. No, man. Yeah, I'm telling you, don't let your guard down for a fucking second. Every day this week is gonna be a nightmare. But like, you're just, dude, this is insane. I can't remember the last time I saw a move like this, bro. This is like fucking repo crisis shit, dude. You just went up 2.5% to going down 1% in like 20 minutes, and then now you're down like almost now another 1.5, bro. No, that's fucked up. Fuck all that. We're gonna double dip on some shits. Yeah, I got you, bro. How much is that? All right, I grabbed a play that I flipped earlier today. So, like I said, this only reminds me of so many opportunities, but I don't like this at all. Terrible. Terrible. That's not a good sign at all, bro. This happens too much. This one was just they just ran that up way too hard. That's what makes it look worse. You see what I'm saying? That's bad, bro. That's bad. I don't know what Trump is going to say, but all I know is that, like, internally, this isn't good, bro. The market, this is terrible flows. And we were already expecting some negative ones, but this shouldn't happen. I don't know. You have to understand, this doesn't happen normally. That's what I'm saying. Like, I think we're going to have many days of this. I don't know what day it's going to break, but that's what I'm saying. We got real volatility right now. You're going to have, and then you have non-farms and everything else this week, China, but this is not normal. I'm just telling you right now, this is very atypical to move up and down like this in this size for no damn reason like that. These were off no head, dude. That's crazy. Woo! So play barbell. Play both ways. This is it. I bought one volatility play. I'm going to go fucking grab me a call right now. Let me see, though. I got to make sure. Oh, yeah, they came right back down, but that just juiced all the calls. Those fucking scammers. So now every call that would have been 50% cheaper, like right here, is now break even as here. It's stupid. But yeah, certain play. Bond premium is going up for no reason. I don't know why. No, this isn't the biggest scam in history. This is volatility. That's what I'm trying to tell you. This is real volatility. I can't remember the last time I went negative 3% to positive like 0.5% to negative 1.5%, all within like 30 minutes, an hour or something. You know what I'm saying? This is just real volatility. You know, you bounce a little bit, you chill, and then spend 1-2 hours dumping whatever you did. It's just volatility. That's it. People aren't holding towards the end of the day. I think it's more computer. But yeah, this is just volatility. That's all it is. I've seen it just few and far between, but that's why I'm like, whenever this happens, like you're actually getting volatility. That's crazy. Watch those bonds. Those premiums are jacked for no reason. I got out of the Intel puts. What are they worth? I got out at like $1.10, I think. Yeah, I got out of, I think, around here. Well, get ready. Final 5. You're going to close at VWAP probably here, but that's it. Factor in for tomorrow. I think watch volatility plays. But wrap it up. Finalize it. If you're going to play Marvel, go play Marvel. Oh, my goodness. And then China, too. Longer short on China if you're going to play. Yeah, they're going to have the NPC tomorrow. That's what you're going to want to be watching. Bro, this is going to be wicked. I think tomorrow morning will be about China and then whatever type of vibe that Donald Trump takes at the State of the Union. If he doubles down on tariffs, that won't be good. Oh, staples. Yo, Kimberly, all the staples are selling off. But think about that now. Yeah, this move just kept Oh, this was terrible, dude. That move just robbed everything. Because you got to think about it. Yeah, staples didn't go up on that. So then you had a reason to kill the staples while we recovered. And then a little 10-minute sell-off back to the low. Yeah, that's not enough time to rotate back. So, ta-da. On China? No, I have no idea. I think China, negative Trump, otherwise bullish. I think China's going to underwhelm. That's my answer. So I think they're going to come out with stimulus, but it's just not going to be enough for the crackheads, and it's not going to be the kitchen sink because we still have Trump purgatory, essentially. So that is my view on China tomorrow. So I hope you can make a play around that. But other than that, Chad, wrap it up. I'm going to yell really loud, so earmuffs in a little bit. But other than that, man, tomorrow morning you're going to be reacting to the China NPC meeting, Donald Trump in the State of the Union, and then that's it. So good luck. Keep it small, keep it safe. Yeah, Procter & Gamble value selling in 2 minutes left. I was born in volatility, molded by it. ADP. Estee Lauder just depends on how much cash you have. So watch yesterday's video on the trading fraternity. If you have a lot of cash, buy value. If you don't have a lot of cash, I would be building up for diamonds. So if your portfolio looks almost like mine and you don't have a lot of cash, hear me out, brother. Don't buy anything and build up cash. If you are outperforming, if you are overweight on equities, you have a way better risk reward to stack up cash. It is actually more foolish to keep going overweight on equities if noticing this volatility, the dollar, bonds, everything, you don't, and you're outperforming, the risk reward doesn't make sense. So I would just be waiting. If you have more than 50% cash, go buy all your value. Do what you need to do. I was almost green on the long term, and then no. That was crazy, dude. That was a crazy-ass move. That's it. I think we got real volatility lurking. I think we're going to have a really exciting one in the next day or so. And good luck, man. Good luck. But, Chad, you only have 1 minute! Go, 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 go. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's time to wrap it up. Bring it home. Finalize those plays. Speak now or forever hold your peace. Shares, options, futures. Are you playing China? Are you playing the State of the Union? What are you going to do? Wrap it up. Finalize them. You have less than 20 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 20. I'll tariff the clock. Now you have 10, I'll only give you 10. 10 seconds. You gotta bring it home. Otherwise, if it's an option, you can't move it. Only shares and futures. Good luck. That's what Josh said. 3, 2, number 1. Ding, ding, ding. Ding, ding, ding. That's it. Ding, ding. Wow, look at that horn. Ding, 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 ding. Oh, Chadadonia. Chadadonia. Where is it, man? Where's my music? I can't believe. What a day, bro. What a day. Are you kidding me? Chad, that was intense. That was fun, man. Another fun day. We have way more, man. This whole week is going to be crazy. You're going to get used to somebody going to get pissed off by Friday. You know that? This is market. This pissed people off, bro. This is that market, Chad. But I need a good game in the chat. It don't matter if you made money or lost money. I know you learned something. Let's go, baby. Drop that GG. Let's go. Members, non-members, stream alerts, everybody that contributed. Brought something to the table. Plays, news, vibes, personalities, info. Thank you for not getting banned. Do you know that? Thank you, for real. I mean it, man. And you know how many, I have to ban thousands of people. And you are part of the group of the other thousands that don't get banned. Thank you. I mean it. It means a lot. Now, it sucks because the bans are entertaining. And sometimes the bans provide entertainment. But thank you. Good game, baby. Y'all real ones. Let's go. I see you too, Twitch. But Twitch, I'm not going to compliment you that much. You did decent today. You did decent. Good game. I'll give you just a G. You don't even get a GG. You just get a G. I'll give you 1 G. So you guys know you got to get the other G. You got to work for it.
My money on stocks, I can show you the top. Every bottle my pop, both the key and the lock. Don't believe me, just watch. Use my freedom a lot.
I need me to rock. You won't see me a lot. Monday through Friday, you need me. Let's talk. So, I like that song. Chadadonia. God bless you. I love you. I think we're going to go live today. I think every Watchlist might be live this week. We don't know. It's a crazy week. So, State of the Union tonight. I will be there. I will be there live on this channel for the State of the Union. That'll be your Watchlist. Okay? But thank you for being here. Thank you for surviving. Thank you for vibing with the rules and paying attention and not miscategorizing me. And listen, do I feel bad banning some of you? Not really. Okay? I know. I used to. It used to hurt a little part of my soul. But now I don't give a shit. You know why? It's a very honorable thing. For real, because I thank you for your service to this Chad. Because for every chat that gets clapped, it creates a new generation of Chads who aren't going to ask how to break the rules. It creates a new generation of Chad that knows, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if y'all feel me, bro. Because now there's a Chad out there that watched me clap 5 Chads yesterday for asking to buy a stock at a high. Now that Chad is like, you know what? In his heart, he knows he shouldn't do that. So I'm sorry, but not really, but you guys are feeding the next generation. So thank you. And shout out to the Chad, the new ones, the reform, baby. We know the image. I know what I want it to look like. Exact. Oh, yeah. So, Chadadonia, that is it. God bless you all. Thank you for being here. I'll give you 1 jam, and then I got to go. I got to go get my workout in. That's all we have. A couple of earnings, but I think we're good, man. I think we're good. What a day, bro. You know what I'm saying? What a day. We'll be live tonight, 6 p.m., I believe, Pacific time. That is the State of the Union, unless I am mistaken. But in the meantime, repent. Okay, good. And listen to Uncle. Uncle Answers on Spotify. We hit 9,000. That's a goal. That's amazing. I don't know what the record is. I don't know if we could do 10,000, but shit. Run it.
Yeah. Ask me if I'm holding stocks. Please don't be ridiculous. I was holding shit and buying dips. You were a little kid. All I want is ownership, but I still put a limit in. No matter if you young, you could always use a dividend. Know you want the money, I suggest you do not rush with it. Deals aren't plans, make sure you don't fall in love with it. You ain't never saved, by the second month you double it. Trading foreign currencies, I don't need a dub on it. I don't need a translator, nod my head and run with it. Mama always said, never marry but have fun with it. Mama said that's wrong, but deep down I always fuck with it. If you don't like my plan, do your thing, I wish you luck with it. Why they call me fan, but I don't see them at the holidays. Say that you're a man, but on the internet you talking gay. Go ahead, you could cancel me, but don't act like you ever pay. You look dumb as fuck if only one of us is playing charades. Stop asking what I mean, bitch, that wasn't a parable. Just because they copied me don't mean that we're comparable. You support the phony, that just means your judgment terrible. An iPhone in your hands, you're a narc, that's a wearable. Didn't buy the stock, it was down, right in front of you. Didn't say I lost, my account looked like a W. You don't got the long term, it's hard for me to fuck with you. If you can't pay yourself, then I wouldn't put my trust in you. Fuck it, dude. Hold my dick, I won't hold my tongue. Remember they were talking shit about Amazon when I was young. Oh wait, they did the same, it was Meta right in front of them. Think they'd have a little bit of shame from always looking dumb. Nah, they on a diet and it's humble pie. It's 2025, you could kick it, you ain't gotta lie. Made $1 million buying value, I don't buy the hype. My girl is really classy, all you ratchet bitches not my type. Why? They don't buy it till it reached the high. You picked the right thing, but you also picked an awful time. You would be surprised how making money make you fall behind. Maybe I offended, but that doesn't mean I told a lie. Wow, you really like it when they lie to you, ignoring all the things you hear, denying what the eye produce. Helpful isn't friendly if they helping you to tie the noose. You teach them how to steal your money every time you live and lose. Damn, I won't lie, my mama taught me that. Whoever sold you all those courses, you should probably take it back. It's all a bunch of bullshit, you would learn more if they told you that. I know you know the truth, so you still got time to go to that.
You still got time to go to that. Helpful isn't friendly if they helping you to tie the noose. Get a long term. Don't change your mind. Ross killed it. 180 versus 160. Is that on the high? No way. They killed it. Did they guide bad? Oh, yeah, they guided same store, -1 to 2 versus 3. But then they killed it on this quarter, and then they guided down. Uh-oh, so even the cheap stores are guiding down. Interesting. Well, this is later, but yeah, like later in the earnings. Next earnings is when you'll get the real move. That's when you'll know if people are really trying to bring pressure. Wait till all these companies guide down because of tariffs. Then you'll get a market. They don't want to hear it, man. Come on. They don't feel me, bro. Just a lot of drama in a little amount of time. Oh, yeah. Well, Chattadonia, on that note, I'm going to leave you guys with the earnings. I don't think they're that crazy. But God bless you. Thank you for being here. I hope you enjoy your day. I hope you enjoy life. Enjoy it. And don't change your mind. Otherwise, if you keep changing your mind, I mean, you'll never change your environment. I don't know what to tell you, bro. I don't know what to tell you, but Chad, go read the books. Richest Man in Babylon, Proverbs, New Living Translation, and The Strangest Secret in the World. And don't forget why we're here, why we keep going, why that faith, hope, and love ain't ever going out of style, and why the mind doesn't change, my friends. Why, baby, why? Finger to the sky, baby. To God be the glory, and through the grace of God alone. Amen. Amen. Woo. Yeah, goodbye. Bye, Chad. Hey, I just want to tell you something. He had 30 days to fix the economy, and he broke it. These tariffs are going to ruin your life. All of them. You know that? I sat down. I was thinking. I was like, what does my life success boil down to? I said, hard work? No. Dedication? No. Has anything to do with talent, skill, ability, friends, family? No. All that matters is tariffs. And I said, we're fucked. That's it. That's it. It's going to ruin everybody's life. That's it. Nothing else. Fuck actual life ending because of war. Tariffs. It's tariffs. They're scary. I tell you, you're scared. I love it. It's the best word in the dictionary. There's tariffs and then there's Trump. Those are the two best words. Number one, tariffs. Then Trump. I'm a close second. Maybe Josh is third. I like Josh. He's a no-nonsense guy. They said he's rude. I said he's quite nice. He was nice to me. I got a long term. That's what I did. Anyways, you have a good one. I'll talk to you tonight. What is this, SOTU? SOTU. I said we're going to tariff SOTU. And then they said that's the State of the Union. I said, wow, Guatemala. On that note, Chad, have a good one. Goodbye. Exactly. I think I'm losing my voice a little bit. I need to go take a lap, take a little jog. Maybe me and Biden will go for a bike ride. And then maybe I'd go exercise, but tariffs are too high. That's it. Next thing you know, they're going to blame their health problems on tariffs. I couldn't go to the gym because of tariffs. Oh, I got diabetes because of tariffs. Is that possible? Could that be? Maybe. We'll find out. I reclaim my time. Have a wonderful evening. Goodbye.